Hi, I'm Carrie Harbaugh, Senior Product Consultant at Direct Supply, and this is the Panacea Air Pro mattress. This video will cover setup, usage, and cleaning tips for the mattress. The Panacea Air Pro is a limited low air loss alternating pressure mattress that really is good for residents that are anywhere from high risk all the way up through having a stage 4 injury. Now, we'll cover how to use the mattress in this video, but please keep in mind this video is to aid in your training of the mattress. It does not replace reading through the owner's manual, so make sure you read through the owner's manual. First, let's talk about setup. So I've preset this mattress for the sake of time in this video, but I want to walk you through what it would look like when you get the mattress and the steps you'll need to take. So when you get the mattress, simply roll it out and lay it flat on the bed with the Direct Supply logo at the head section and the CPR valve at the head section. Also, ensure the CPR valve is closed. As you lay the mattress flat, you'll notice there are tie downs along the edge of the mattress. You'll want to make sure you tie these down to the deck of the mattress. The deck is the mobile part of the bed, so when you use the bed control to articulate the bed, you want to make sure that the mattress is going to move with it. Once the mattress is completely tied down, you can go ahead and set up the pump. So attach the pump to the end of the bed. And in this case, what we're going to want to do is press power. Ours is already on here. And I'm going to firm the mattress all the way up. So take it to its most firm setting and put it on max inflate, which is our static button at the highest pressure. A mattress that's not inflated is going to take about 60 minutes to fully inflate, so allow for that time. As it begins to inflate, you'll start to notice some of the key features of this mattress. One being the static side perimeter. This side perimeter is really important because it helps to prevent rollout falls. If you think about a mattress that doesn't have a static perimeter and it just has these air bladders that go all the way to the edge, the problem we see is it acts like a pool floaty. And what I mean by that is if you're laying in a pool, in the middle of a pool floaty, and you get a little bit off center, the air goes one way and you go into the pool. We do not want that to happen to our residents. So by using a static safety perimeter like this, as I have the mattress correctly sized, my resident is sinking in, and as I approach the edge, I'm sunk down, and this becomes a little bit of a barrier for me. It's not raised above the mattress surface, so it's not going to be a restraint for them, but it is going to certainly help them understand where the edge of the mattress is. It also has another purpose, and that aids in transferring. Because if I'm seated on the edge of a surface that is not static, it's very difficult to stand. A static surface, a firm surface, is much easier to transfer from. The other thing I'd like to take a look at while we've got the cover peeled back is this specially designed cover with this air hose. What the cover does is, unlike other low air loss mattresses that have holes in the bladders, this has an air tube that goes into this cover with these air gaskets that will allow for the air to come out. What that means is if you have a resident that doesn't need additional microclimate management, you can turn off the low air loss. Maybe it makes them cold, maybe they don't like the sound. You are able to turn off the low air loss if you want to. A lot of residents like or need the microclimate management because they're heavy sweaters, they're warm sleepers, maybe they're incontinent, and you want to make sure you're keeping the surface of the mattress cool. So in that case, you'd want to use the low air loss. But having the ability to turn it on and off is certainly a nice feature. I'm going to now cover this mattress back up, and if you are going to prepare this for a resident, you'd want to make sure to dress the bed. So get your sheet in place. We usually recommend a deep pocketed sheet. That is going to be your best option because this is about a 10-inch thick mattress, and you want to make sure that your sheet gets all the way around. One sheet on the bottom is fine. We don't suggest any kind of layering of underpads or chucks because any extra layering is going to really affect any low air loss benefit that you might be getting, and it can also have a negative effect on the pressure distribution. So next we're going to look at how to size the mattress, and for that I'm going to use my assistant, Jerry. Jerry's always ready and willing to help. And so we'll get him placed on the bed here. Now, to properly size an air mattress like the Air Pro, we're going to start by adjusting for the resident's weight. And I can do that at the pump. So as I look here, I know that Jerry weighs about 150 pounds. So I'm going to dial this down to number 2, which is 150 pounds. Now the weight setting on the Panacea Air Pro is just a starting point. What we really want to make sure we're doing is the hand check method, because that's going to ensure that he's not bottoming out at any low points. So I'm going to take a look at Jerry and find the lowest point, which is usually his rear end. And I'm going to hold my hand just like I was shaking someone's hand in this position. And I'm going to go all the way in between these cells, under the cells under his rear end, and rest my hand on the bottom of the mattress. Now, when I'm in there, if I can just barely go like this and I can feel Jerry's rear end, the mattress is sized properly. If I have to go like this to find Jerry, the mattress is far too firm and I'll need to go to the control panel and dial it down to a softer setting. If I can't barely squeeze my hand in, then the mattress is too soft and I'll need to firm it up a bit. Keep in mind, any adjustments will take a few minutes, so make an adjustment, wait a couple minutes, and recheck until you get to the position that is most comfortable and most valuable for the resident. Now let's take a look at the controls. As we look at the controls here, right now we're on a static setting, which means each cell is inflated to an equal firmness. I can use this button to change it to alternating pressure, and when I go to alternating pressure I have the option of different cycle times, so 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or 20 minutes. So for Jerry we'll leave it on 20 minutes, and over here we have the ability to either turn on low air loss or turn it off. So for Jerry we'll turn it on and just know that the air is coming through the cover and it's going to keep the surface cool. If we decided we didn't want that, we would just simply depress the no air loss button. The other buttons on this control panel include the Fowler button, which is a great option in case you are going to be sitting up in bed, eating, watching television, because it increases the amount of air in the cells under your rear end so that you don't bottom out. And when you depress that button, it'll just go back to its original setting. We also have an alarm silence button. This button you might want to use if you hear the alarm going off, and these two lights will indicate why the alarm's going off. Either the unit's been unplugged, or this picture of the cells with the X through it is showing you that there's something going on with the mattress itself and there's a problem, and that will then light up. Either case, the alarm will go off. When you come into the room, you can silence the alarm, figure out what's going on, and then address it. Last but not least is our lock button. The lock button is simply meant to prevent accidental button pressing by grandkids or someone bumping into it, and it's simply press and hold. So now it's locked. To unlock, I simply press and hold, and now it's unlocked. So that's the control panel. It should be very user-friendly. There's even a reference guide at the top to make it easier for the staff, just in case you're confused about what any of the symbols mean. But it should be very user-friendly for you. Last but not least, we want to just take you through some of the cleaning tips and tricks here. Whenever I'm cleaning this mattress, I want to make sure my cover is zipped all the way down so that I don't have any liquids getting inside the mattress. And for everyday cleaning, I'd recommend just a mild soap and water, and you can clean the surface. If there is an accident or spill or something that needs to be disinfected, you can use a quaternary disinfectant, or a pre-diluted bleach wipe is okay. Anything more harsh though will wreck the cover, and it is, like we said, a specially designed stretch, four-way stretch cover that allows for a lot of breathability. So we don't want to use anything too harsh on it, or it'll become brittle and crack, and then moisture is going to get inside. So that is how to clean the air mattress. We've talked about how to set it up, how to utilize the controls, and how to clean it. If you have more questions or you're interested in more information, please contact us at directsupply.com or reach out to your Direct Supply account manager.